Okay, so today we're talking about the Canon Powershot G11. And why don't you tell me about the most important features of this camera?
It's extremely rugged. Many professionals are going to buy this camera because of its durability. Not only that, but the image quality it produces. You'll see a lot of pros keep this in their pocket, so in case their camera decides to quit on them for some reason, they can instantly pull this out, put their Canon speedlight right on this, and go right to work with what they were shooting.
It's got a lot of things that, like I said, professionals are going to enjoy, including this Vari-angle screen, which allows you to get different angles of shots without having to break your back going down real low or even real high.
Okay. What size screen is that?
This is a 2.8-inch screen, which, you know, rotates and articulates around. You can put it in the back of the camera, as you see here, or when the camera's you know, in your bag, you can fold this up so that you have protection when it's.
Oh. What's the ISO range on this camera?
The ISO range on this camera is pretty wide, from 80 all the way up to 3200. Well, what's that mean? It means that.
Yes. What does that mean?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. Superior image quality on a bright sunny day, real low ISO. That's where you want to use that in most situations. And then as you get into you know, normal indoor lighting, you'll want to raise the ISO up even higher and down to even candle light with 3200 ISO. That is extremely low light ability for this camera to handle, and it does a great job. So another cool feature on the Canon G11. It's just awesome.
It's got a nice 28mm wide-angle lens on it.
So it's going to cover your wide-angle shots. The zoom goes up to 140, which is going to cover your moderate telephoto. Incorporated with face detection, or with the camera's focusing system, is face detection.
Okay.
And when you think of face detection, you think of focus. That was the first thing that really was designed to do. But it works with the metering system. When I said metering system, in other words, it figures out the exposure, okay, on the face, and it disregards all the other stuff in the background that can cause the meters to give you just different exposures that aren't going to be what you wanted them to be.
How easy is it to review images? Once you've taken a picture, you want to see if anybody blinked.
I'm glad you brought up the blink thing, because there's
I kind of intentionally.
You get it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, first off, to answer your question, first of all, there's a really easy playback button right next to the LCD screen.
Okay.
Hit that, and you're going to see your images right away.
Okay.
Really easy to scroll through. You hit either turn the dial or hit one of these buttons side to side.
Great.
Very easy to do.
Great.
Everybody gets blinks in images, we know that. But if you're doing a group, say, of 10, and somebody blinks, it's hard to keep an eye on everybody's eyes, right?
Right.
Well, the cool thing about this camera and many other Canon cameras that are out right now is they have a thing called blink detection. And what blink detection does is it will give you a warning after you take the picture if somebody blinked.
You've got also the hot shoe right here, so your flash can instantly go right on top and integrate with the lighting that you want to use for your particular scenes.
But does the camera have a built-in flash?
It does have a built-in flash here, which is really good for anything average, you know, anywhere between 10 to 15 feet.
Does the average user use an external flash? Would they need it?
There is no average Canon user. That's the cool thing about this. Is it's open for everybody to do whatever they want to do. It's a fun camera. It can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be.
Hi, I'm Deanna from PhotoAmerica.tv, and this is Cliff Hausner. He's a professional photographer in New York City for the last 25 years. Hey, Cliff.
Hi. This is the Canon G11. Of all the ones that I've tried most recently, this one had the most features in a small compact camera, most similar features to a professional camera.
Right.
It shoots RAW, which is something really important to me. The zoom range on it is really nice. It's beautiful optical zoom. But all of the features that I would normally associate with a professional camera only, this camera has, and that's kind of why I really loved using it. The couple of features that most professional cameras do not have that I also liked as a feature was this tilt-out window here. So you're able to view the screen, and I can actually view the screen, or I can, if I wanted to videotape myself, I could do that by watching exactly what I look like, yeah. And one of the other things that I like about it, again, it has the standard program mode, shutter priority, aperture priority. It has some custom functions you can set in there. The video quality out of this is pretty amazing, and the size of the image quality is amazing. I've used its predecessors. I used the G9 and the G10, and now the step up to the G11 is one that I really, really like. And I also like the ability that it does have a flash built into it, but I also have a hot shoe. So if I want to use the on-camera flash, I can. If I want to carry an extra flash with me, I can as well.
Actually, when I bought the G10, I had bought it because I had read so many reviews about it, and time again, what everyone was saying was that professionals like yourself had said that in their bag they kept the G10, that they own the G10 or the G9, that it was the best backup to their professional cameras, and that if they were going to reach for a second camera, that they would throw on their external flash or their auxiliary flash into the hot shoe, and away they would go.
Right. One of the things I do a lot is I do travel photography, so I'll go on location to shoot, and I was thinking that when I have this camera with me, sometimes at night I go out, and of course I don't want to carry my heavy camera bag, I don't want to carry all my gear with me to go shooting, but if I'm out and I see a shot, I see something that's interesting, there's no reason that I can't bring this along and just have this as, be able to set it up and get the same quality image or very similar quality images to what I would get with my professional camera. And it does, again, have the automatic as well as the manual settings, which is something great for me, and it does shoot in RAW, which gives me the latitude of being able to adjust my exposure once I've shot the image. Whereas with JPEG you have a little bit more limited exposure values. Okay.